Welcome back. What a fantastic event. I'm delighted to welcome back Xingying Tok. She currently leads the Carbon Trust team in Singapore across Southeast Asia, and she's going to tell us some of the key points that she's picked up from these fantastic panel sessions and keynotes. Over to you. I think you're on mute, Xingying.
Yes, thank you, Ralph. Um,
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for staying with us throughout these two very inspiring panels. I think we've really managed to achieve our aim today, which is largely to see what the practical challenges are in companies. But despite that, how is it that they have been moving forward and driving an ambition towards net zero? Thank you so much to our panelists today. Your very frank and open sharing has given us a lot of food for thought. And I hope that it's also a shot of confidence of what can be possible when there are the right tools available, and more of them are available. As you've all mentioned today, the right measurement tools, the tools to enable industries to collaborate together, the financing tools that might be available and being innovated to make sure that we can enable renewable energy take up, but also energy efficiency take up. I also heard about the very important things around finding the right internal and external collaborations within companies and within your industries to learn what new technologies there are and to every year go further in each of our ambitions. So today it was hearing from government, banks, corporates, asset managers, all of you who are taking leadership in our markets on this urgent issue of net zero. And we also heard the terminology ruthless optimism. So I would like to end with a little bit of this ruthless optimism. Our region, I strongly believe, is ready for this acceleration. And this is an acceleration towards a more sustainable, a cleaner, and a more energy secure future. It is a transformation of our economy that has the potential to see growth of roughly 1.5 trillion US dollars in net present value per annum for the next 50 years. We've heard that in some markets, renewables are getting rapidly cheaper, but it's not the case for every market. In many of our markets, there still needs to be work done in streamlining the financing models, which are key blockers in achieving affordable renewables. In ASEAN this year, there is a top priority to improve regulatory and financing frameworks so that we can attract more investments into clean energy and help to reduce the cost of clean energy faster. So we can look forward with optimism. Our speaker from ADB, but also PTMS SMI, talked a lot about the financing that's being put in place and committed for a just coal transition. Aside from a coal transition, more thought and investment needs to go into thinking about future flexibility of the grid. According to ARENA, we need one third of our investments in our power sector to go towards grids, infrastructure, storage, and flexibility measures. We heard about energy efficiency as well, that it is not really just about shifting and switching to renewables. We also need to look at reducing what we call the first fuel, energy efficiency. There's a new urgency on efficiency with the increasing energy security concerns. And what we need in this market is innovative financing models that can support the uptake of energy efficiency. Lastly, we've heard quite a lot about some of the research leadership that's being done here in Asia. We do have the capacity to push boundaries further in our energy systems, in our transportation systems, in our food systems, our cooling, and looking at the value of nature based solutions. In Carbon Trust's 20 years history working with more than 750 government bodies, corporates, and financial institutions, we have the front row seat, and we do see this global and regional confidence and ambition growing. This annual Accelerate to Net Zero event was created to inspire more and deeper commitment towards a net zero future. If today's session gave you an idea of a potential next action that you can take internally and externally, I hope you take that step, and we are certain that we will see together the momentum grow even further in our region this year. Thank you very much for being here today.